Greeting, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap. Has it really been over 2 years since I last reviewed a Star Trek novel? Shit. Damn, the drama with The Last Jedi certainly derailed shit. Amongst all the other stuff that's been happening since late 2017, I am back with another Star Trek review. And last time, I reviewed the first book of the Stargazer series, well, technically the second, if you want to be technical, Gauntlet, and it's been 2 years. And, well, what do I think of the second book in the series? Progenitor. Think that's what it's... Progenitor? Sorry. I am awful with these names. Some of these names are really weird from these novels. Now, this continues where the last novel left off, and like anything typical for Star Trek, this novel has multiple plots that focus on multiple problems with the crew of the Stargazer. One, has to complete a trial that will determine the fate of his bloodline. The second is one of the members of Picard's crew is considering transferring back to her ship. And then you have an admiral who is trying to undermine Picard because he resents the idea of a young captain at the age of 28 commanding the Stargazer. With all these plot lines going on, it's actually easy to follow. Now, like the last book, this book is very thin. I mean, you could read it really quickly. And the story, I think, is engaging. I think the original characters that were created for, the first book are greatly expanded upon. And the character that this book kind of focuses on, his plot line, this kind of makes a character who kind of seems to be like a jerk, but it gives more context to him. Same thing with, the second officer, Wu, I believe that's her name. And another character, Jeniza. Oh, fuck. These names are hard to pronounce, so sorry if I get that one wrong. So, yeah, and then there's another character in this book that his grandfather served with, Captain James Kirk. So, yeah, there's various characters this focuses on. I think they're all written well, and despite the fact that this is a tie-in to The Next Generation, you can argue, it feels like an original Star Trek novel where if you take out Picard, this is pretty much an original Star Trek crew with no pre-existing character, with the exception of Jean-Luc Picard. Now, this book, I feel like I enjoyed more than Gauntlet. I liked the pacing, I liked all the plot lines that happened, and this kind of feels like a Star Trek episode in a good way. And I couldn't wait to get to the conclusion, and this makes me hungry for more in the third book in the series, or fourth, whatever I'm just going to call it the third, to make things simple. I think Stargazer, if you read the first book, the variant, and Gauntlet, and you want more, well, you definitely are not going to be disappointed. I think Michael Jane Friedman does a great job, writing, for Star Trek. He feels like he understands the Star Trek universe, and I feel like this is a good addition to the Star Trek lore. This book, I would give it a good rating. I think it's a really good book, and I'm looking forward to reviewing the others. Now, next time we review a Star Trek novel, I'm going to go back to The Next Generation once again and review a book that is a sequel to one of my favorite episodes in The Next Generation, and the first hardcover for Star Trek. Stay tuned, everyone, and may we all live long and prosper. Later.